Hey everybody, MrBookieboo here, and today I wanted to give you a sneak peek at my latest project that I've been working on. What you see in front of you is my take on the Assault on Hoth set. I know a lot that this set was kind of critically panned by a lot of people when it first came out. They kind of said, it's kind of lacking. It shouldn't have a UCS title. What was Lego thinking when they made this set? Um, and I have to admit, I was kind of in that boat too. When I first saw it, I was underwhelmed, and I said, well, it just doesn't. It's kind of just seemed like a collection of little mini sets that they could have sold individually, or they in fact had sold individually over the years, and it just I don't know, it just didn't really pop. It wasn't like some of the other sets that came out where you're like, oh, I gotta have that. I'm gonna buy it right when it comes out. But over time, it kind of grew on me, and there were certain aspects of it that I really enjoyed and liked. And I said, oh, it's Hoth and it's Empire Strikes Back, which is MrBookieboo's favorite Star Wars movie. And I said I'll probably regret it if I don't get it. So, long story short, I ended up getting it on a whim, and I initially built it as it came and said, yeah, that's pretty cool. But then the wheels started turning, and what you see is the progress that I've done so far, what you see in front of you here. So starting with this little guy, I actually posted this on Instagram just a few days ago. This is my Atgar laser cannon anti-vehicle tower that I created. Now the official Lego one had a stud shooter, and it was like this monstrosity that was like 4 or 5 studs taller than mine, and it just kind of vaguely looked like the Atgar, but didn't really capture it. So I created my own from scratch. I looked online, found some inspiration, but basically I just started messing around with the bricks and putting everything together, and that's the result you see here. Here's the periscope for them to aim. They can hook up the hoses to the power generators down here, and I just added it, put it on a base with a little bit of snow just to give it, a little more. I don't know, just a little more fluff to it, And it swivels, so you can turn it. It actually elevates slightly, so you can actually move it up and down just a little bit. So that's my take on that. Um, Over here, you're gonna see my ion cannon. Now, I started creating this, and I actually went off of the Ralph McQuarrie concept art, which had it up high on a mountain. And actually, if you remember, I remember when I was a kid, remember those Lego, not the Lego, remember those Kenner Star Wars, the Micro World, those little metal minifigures, and it had like the Hoth World playset, and it had like Bespin World as well. I had those. I loved that thing. I used to play with that set more than my big Kenner action figures, and the ion cannon and that set on top of the mountain as well. So those were kind of my inspirations. And after watching Empire Strikes Back, I realized, oh shoot, the ion cannon's like actually low to the ground and sits kind of like the official set. They actually got it right. So anyway, I said, well, I'm just going to leave it as is, because what I've done is, as I turn this guy around, is I actually made the command center inside here. So if I can, let's see, focus in on that area. So this is still a work in progress. Basically what I've done though is I've kind of transformed. I took the little teeny tiny little command center that came with the official set and decided to put it into this into like the bottom half of the ion cannon. And so you can see there's a little the translucent boards where they track the Star Destroyers coming into the planet. There's a communications panel back there. This is a little hologram communication thing. There's more panels back here for tracking things. There's K3PO. The whole gang's in here, keeping an eye on stuff, making sure everything's good. And the ion cannon is pretty much unchanged from the official set, so it actually goes up and down. I still have it so you can fire it with the flick, cannon thingies. I might change that and put a more true to form barrel on there, because I don't really care about the flick weapons, although my kids do love playing with it. So I'll see, maybe I can try to preserve that somehow. This is a pretty neat mechanism how it fires. I thought that was pretty well done. The other thing, if you notice in the middle here, what I've done, if I turn it back around, these middle bricks right here actually go out, so you can actually blow these out, and this is where one spot where the snow troopers can actually enter the base. So it's just a simple, you just push them in, and you can see that there's now an opening. And if I go over to the other side here, you can see that they kind of come out, and the snowtroopers can walk right through here and attack the base. So, and they're just real, these are just real simple little, you know, pull out things. I put some handles so it makes it a little bit easier, and they just kind of slide in. It's easier if you do them one at a time, but they just kind of slide into the, slide in place here. Now, the other thing, if I can get my big fingers in there, there we go. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you, which is still, I'm going to move this guy out of the way, just so I don't knock it over as I maneuver the other piece, is the hangar. Now, the hangar that, this kind of looks similar. I based the design off of the hangar from the official set. A few things you'll notice right away, though. Mine's a bit wider, and it's actually on 16 by 16 plates. So they have those white ones that came out with like the Lego Minecraft set a few years back, so they're pretty cheap to find on Bricklink right now. So because I wanted to have, I just wanted to be a little more sturdy, so it wasn't quite so flimsy. A lot of the design elements in the actual portal is kind of the same, which I really liked. But then I just extended, I covered up a lot of the gray, which was more exposed in the official set, and extended it outwards a little bit. I'm still working on this. I'm going to put more snow on the top here, make it look more like a mountain instead of just like a shelf. But on the other side, you'll see, so this is the interior. So there's a lot more room to work. So I'm going to add some like maintenance type stuff over here. I haven't decided what I'm going to do on this side, but again, it's still a work in progress, but it's just, there's a lot more room. There's a lot more, it's just got a lot more substantial heft. Now, one thing you will notice is the mechanism. So I didn't care for all the technique and the over engineeringness of the official set. And so I went back to the original Hoth playset that came out 10 years ago, and I copied that design for the doors. So basically there's just two little knobs right here, and you twist them and the doors just slide open. Now, they're not synchronized like the new set. It's on one knob and it opens both at the same time, but you know, for all that extra junk that you had to add to get that to work reliably, and all the like kind of ugliness of it, I felt it just wasn't worth it versus just having these two really small knobs that you just turn and you just crank them closed, and there's your blast doors. Very simple and effective, right? So that's it. Again, very much work in progress. I still got a lot of work to do with the hangar. I've been working on that a lot lately. The ion cannon is pretty much, on the exterior, is pretty much done. The interior, I'm still adding a lot of detail to as well. So it, you know, I'm still working on the command center. My goal is to have these kind of link up. So I've actually added little Technic bricks on the ends of the sets so that you can actually connect them together to make like a bigger playset down the road. So I'll be updating this video in the I'll be updating with a new video as I make more progress on this. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please like my video. And if you're not a regular subscriber, please consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any future updates, because we'll be updating real soon with more progress on this set. I'm probably going to be doing a Jabba's Palace update soon, because I have been doing some work on that. I got a lot of work in the downstairs done, in the Rancor pit area, and in the droid and the prison area. And I've also worked on the top, and I took your guys' advice and created a bar up there. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back soon.